ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tech Showdown. My name is Kevin, this is my partner in crime Teddy, and today we are finally going to be doing the Kingston HyperX Cloud 2 gaming headset. And I'm sorry it's just taken so long, just for a variety of reasons, but hey, we got there in the end. And you really want to be subscribing to Tech Showdown, because hopefully, if all goes to plan, my next video will be about the Titan X, if I can finally get my hands on that too. So you're definitely going to be wanting to watch that video. But today we're going to be talking about this guy, and of course I tested the original HyperX Cloud, so I'm going to be kind of comparing it to that as well. But let's talk about the features first. So it's coming with an advanced USB control box, audio control box with a built-in DSP sound card. So that's this guy right here. Hi-Fi capable 53mm drivers for supreme audio quality. These are the same as the originals. Well, there's a little bit of change, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Hardware-driven virtual 7.1 surround sound. So as you can see on the dongle there, it says 7.1 on the front. So that's what that is. Comfortable 100% memory foam on the headband and the leatherette cushions. So this is just like the original as well. Same memory foams we're using Space Shuttle. The seats on the Space Shuttle. And it's absolutely excellent. We'll be talking about that a little later. And also, if you want to swap these out, if you don't like the leather air cushions, there are fabric ones you can use as well. Pro Gaming optimized closed air cup design with passive noise cancellation. So that's really good. Yeah, just like the original ones, very great noise isolation. And compatibility wise, it connects via USB this time, so a little bit of a change, but don't worry, there is a cable that plugs into the dongle. That is just a normal 3.5mm jack. So that's cool as well. So for PC and Mac, this will just obviously go via the USB, so that's pretty standard. So that will give you the ability to use the 7.1. However, if you're going to be wanting to use it with the PlayStation 4, it'll just be in stereo. The same with the Xbox One, although I believe that you need an adapter for that, and of course it can plug into your mobile phone as well. And weight-wise, it's coming in at 320 grams. So let's start as always with the looks. And looks-wise, it's got that same premium deluxe look with the aluminium and the aluminium air cups and everything, and the stitching. It just looks fantastic. It looks seriously premium, and I really like it, just like with the original. The difference now is that you can get it in more colors. Obviously you can see the red on the aluminium here. There's also black ones which will look just like the originals, and I believe there's a pink and white one as well, which will be quite fancy for any girl gamers out there, or guy gamers, hey, that want the pink and white one, because it does look pretty cool, and that will definitely stand out, that's for sure. But even this one looks awesome. I think these have, just like I said in my original video, these have a very like industrial earmuff type look to them, and I just really like it. These are one of the best looking headphones I've ever seen, and I really like the look of them. They're not fancy, they don't have lots of lights or anything like that. It just looks really kind of just deluxe. That's just the best way I can put it, just deluxe. And that's what I really like about them. Now comfort wise, they're just as good as the originals. There's no difference here when it comes to comfort. They're just the same fantastic comfort as the originals. So very cushioned, quite light. You know, you don't feel like it wears on you at all. It just has a very nice amount of padding in the headband and in the air cups themselves. They just feel very well padded. When you have them sitting on your head, you don't really notice them that much. So really good. I have absolutely no complaints when it comes to comfort. Absolutely perfect. Very good. And one of the most comfortable pair of headphones I have ever used. And you know, I've tested a bunch by now. And these ones, just when I first put them on, I just thought, wow, these are really something. And I forgot how comfortable they were from the originals. Now let's talk about the sound quality. So this is kind of like the main event. So the USB sound card that's in the USB dongle and control box allows for the 7.1 virtual surround sound. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while, or at least my headphone reviews, you'll know that I'm not really the hugest fan of it in other implementations. As far as it goes for the Cloud 2, I thought it did a really good job. You're definitely not going to be wanting to leave this on all the time. So for music, movies, all that, just leave it off. Just for gaming, turn it on, and it does add more immersion to the game, that's for sure. You can hear footsteps behind you. First-person shooters would be perfect, but I was using them for GDA, which of course can go on first-person or third-person mode, and it was really, really good, very immersive. However, that comes at a price. The sound quality seems slightly diminished when you have it in 7.1 mode, so that was about the only thing. But as far as how the 7.1 actually goes, I thought it did a very, very good job of it, and I was very impressed there. Now, the only difference between the Cloud 2 and the original Cloud is that the Cloud 2 is featuring neodymium magnets for its transducer, which is I think that's just for to allow it to do its 7.1. So from the best of my knowledge, you wouldn't be able to take this USB dongle and use it with the original Cloud if you wanted to. Plus, I believe, if I remember back, I just so much reviews, headphone reviews. The original had two jacks, so just standard, headphone mic jack. So that might be an issue as well. But the noise, the sound quality itself was fantastic. The same great sound, lots of bass, really nice, really clear mids and highs. I just thought it was absolutely excellent. No real difference here, just as good as the originals, which I thought were really good as well. And the noise isolation is superb. It is so good. It really cuts out a lot of the noise around you. And yeah, I just think it's perfect. It did a very good job. Now the mic quality. So this was one of my biggest issues I had with the original Cloud. And by big issue, I mean about the only thing I could really pick on it for. The mic quality was just fairly average. However, with the new Cloud 2, the new mic has a wider frequency response range. So how does that transfer in? Obviously, I don't have it attached here at the moment. But how does that transfer into actual, use? Is it much better? No. That's just the best way, the most plain way I can put it. It's still a very average mic quality. It's going to get you by for Skype calls, for gaming with your friends, all that. I mean, you could potentially use it for streaming and it would be okay. But it's nothing great, it's nothing fantastic. The fact that you can remove it like I have now, because, most of us probably aren't going to have them on all the time, just means that you can wear these out in public like this. You'll look really good. You can, use this with your phone, obviously, and it'll be really nice, and you don't have that microphone sticking out. Being detachable, that's really good, although, as I've said plenty of times, I like ones that you can just pull out and slide back in, just like on the Siberias. Just because it's more handy, you don't have to put it down and place it somewhere and pick it back up and plug it in. But still, being detachable is still a plus, so I really like that. Now, build quality wise, it's still the same great build quality. See, it's quite flexible. So, I mean, it's going to be quite nice. There's not too much clamping force or anything funny like that. So it does a really good job there. These are going to last a very long time. I've talked to people about them in terms of how good they've been in terms of build quality, and everyone says they've done a really good job and they haven't had any major complaints. Just, the usual wear and tear you would normally expect. So I would imagine these ones would be the same in that you'd get the same good build quality and they would last a good time. Which brings us now to the conclusion. So it has the same deluxe looks, just with more color options basically. It is still one of the most comfortable headsets I have ever used. That's out of all the ones I've used at any price point. It is still one of the most comfortable. The only one I would think that is slightly better is the SteelSeries Prism, which probably would be the most comfortable I have ever used, the big one. But that is, quite a bit more expensive, like 2.5 times as expensive as this guy. So yeah, the Prism is about the only one that's more comfortable in this, but this guy comes in a solid second place. It has basically the same great sound quality that you got with the original Cloud, except now obviously through the dongle you can use the 7.1 virtual surround sound, which I thought was pretty cool. Adds to the immersion, but as I said, slightly decreases the sound quality just a little bit. The mic quality hasn't improved, it's just as average as it was before. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's definitely not good. It's just, it'll get you by, that's basically it. And solid build quality as normal. So, value for money wise, you just can't do better than this. They're going to keep selling the original Cloud, at least for the foreseeable future. So, in that respect, it's very hard to say which one is better value for money. I want to say this one because it has, those added features, but I really can't recommend it. If you're not going to be using the 7.1 virtual surround sound on this guy, then the Cloud 1 is still probably slightly better value for money. So that's how I'm going to sum up the Cloud 2. It's basically the Cloud 1 slightly improved with a few more features and, you know, slight improvements here and there. But if you're not going to take advantage of said improvements, then just go with the original Cloud and you get all the same great comfort, sound quality, all the good stuff, build quality. It's basically the same thing. But if you are someone who is going to be taking advantage of the virtual surround sound, and it depends on what type of person you are. Personally, I would recommend the Cloud 2s over the original Clouds just for that, because I thought it did add a bit more immersion. Then yeah, go for the Cloud 2. It's 10 out of 10, the best value for money headset, the one I 100% recommend to everybody, and possibly the best headset when it comes to value for money that I've still ever tested. The original Cloud was still really good, and this guy's the same. They're both on par with each other. Just excellent, excellent value for money. Now, I thank you all for watching this video. Please subscribe to Tech Showdown if you haven't already, and like the video. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.